Hey there, this is Jonas making games with you, and today we're gonna talk about 4 lazy game developer excuses that everybody uses. Pretty much whenever you criticize the game somebody made, they're gonna use one of those 4 excuses to defend themselves. Guys, just take the criticism. If somebody criticizes your game, that means they want to help you. They want to improve your game, they want to make your game better. There's absolutely no need to go into defensive mode. Take the criticism and try to learn from it. And also, I'm just really sick of these excuses, so please, can you stop it? Excuse number 1, I'm pretty sure you've heard this a million times. The game's not done yet, so when I criticize somebody, you should change this, you should change that, I don't like that. And pretty much whatever you say, the other person can always just say, yeah, the game's not done yet. Bullshit! Even if you finished your game, you would not have implemented all of the things I just said, so stop bullshitting me with the game's not done yet, okay? I know the game's not done yet. And I'm guilty of that as well. I use this excuse as well, but some games really go to the extreme with it. They have like 5 years of development time behind them, and they've been in Steam early access for 2 years, and they still use, yeah, it's not done yet, as an excuse to tell people why stuff's not working, why it doesn't feel good. Just stop the bullshit, okay? That's all I'm asking for. Of course, yes, it can be a legitimate excuse, but even if it is, just stop defending yourself with it. It's annoying. Just take the criticism. What's so hard about taking the criticism? Number 2, and this is one you also hear really, really often. And I kind of hate it because it shuts down all the criticism, it shuts down all constructive discussions right away, and it's just, yeah, but that's my vision for the game. That's my vision. If you say anything like that, that shuts the discussion down right away. So if you want to learn more about your game, don't use this excuse, because it will just stop the other person from talking. Yeah, it's my vision, it's my vision. Great for you. Then maybe your vision is shit. What makes this a little difficult is this, sure, in some situation that's completely fine. The only thing I'm wondering about is, you're asking me for feedback, so you seem to care if your game's good, and then as soon as I start criticizing it, it's suddenly your vision. So you want my praise, but you don't want my criticism. That's what it is. I think it's completely fine to have a vision for your game, but if that fact stops you from taking any criticism at all. See the problem here? Then the third one is also one you hear really often, but it's also one that is kind of true in many situations, so it's hard to differentiate when it's true, when it's just an excuse. So the only thing I ask for is, don't use it to shut criticism down, don't use it to shut useful discussions down. Other than that, it can be completely true, and that is, you're just not in my target audience. The game's not been designed for you, so when I play a certain kind of game and I have a certain criticism about it, and the other person just says, yeah, but the game's not for you, it's for this and this kind of player, you're not really in my target audience, so it's okay if you don't like it. In a lot of situations, that's completely fine, that's completely true, but sometimes it's just used to shut down criticism so hard. If you know the game's not for me, just listen what I've got to say, maybe you can learn something from it. You don't need to tell me that the game's not for me. Yeah, so this is a little bit of a tough one, as I've said. It's often true, but don't use it to shut down criticism. Number 4 is also really, really common. I hear it a lot. Especially on the internet, you actually hear it a lot. And that is, I'm just doing this as a hobby. I'm just doing this for fun. Okay, so you don't want it to be good? Let's be real here. Most people do care if their game's good or not. So don't pretend like you don't care. This, I'm just doing this for fun, I'm just doing this as a hobby, might work on some people, but you can't trick me, okay? I'm just doing this for fun, I'm just doing this as a hobby, is a highly accepted excuse. I feel like most people are like, okay, then it's fine, then never mind, don't forget everything I've said, just keep doing whatever you want then. I don't know about you, but whenever I have a hobby, I still care about the hobby, actually quite a lot. So for example, if you have making music as a hobby, of course you want to take it to the next level, of course you want to make good music. Otherwise, it often just kind of gets boring. If drawing is your hobby, of course you want to become better at drawing. And everybody that tells you something different is either a very special person with a very special attitude, or they're just straight up bullshitting you. Really. Just because you do something for fun, just because you do something as a hobby, doesn't mean that you don't care. And the point is also, those people ask for feedback. That already shows that they care. If you asked for feedback, you've already shown that you care about your game. And then if somebody doesn't like it, you can't just take that back and say, no, but now I don't care. It's just, come on, really. What you should do is listen and not and don't say anything, just listen. And then when the other person stops talking or stops writing when you're on the internet, ask another question or just say, thank you, I agree to those and those points. I don't quite agree on those and those points. Maybe you can explain your opinion on that again. Just try to make it a constructive discussion and don't use those 4 excuses, even if they are true, because they shut the discussion down. Period. And after that, you won't learn anything more about your game, so. Okay, sure, if you don't want to talk anymore, use those excuses. But if you actually want to improve your game, don't use these discussion killers. This is a YouTube channel about game development, so if you're interested, check it out. Other than that, make the world your playground, and see you in the next one. Peace out.